Hello everybody, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. We're going to look at problems in the textbook, like the ones in your assignment, where you're asked to estimate the value of a limit numerically. In other words, by using a data table. We haven't done this one in class, so we'll do an example together right now. We're going to do problem number 1 as an example from section 2.1 in your textbook. You see that they're asking us to find the limit as x approaches 4 of this function x minus 4 over the quantity x squared minus 3x minus 4. And they give us x values. Now, if you notice, the x values approach 4 from the left, and they approach 4 from the right. Nowhere in the data table is there a value for what the function is when x equals 4. Because remember that a limit is really interested in how the values behave around 4, or what they're approaching, not necessarily what the value of the function is at x equals 4. So we need to go to our calculator and type in this function. And remember that if you're using a calculator with the old operating system, we're going to need to type parentheses around the numerator and the denominator. So once we type this in, we want to go view values in our data table. But we first want to set up the table so we can enter the x values, enter the independent variables. So what we want to do is set up the table accordingly. We'll press second window, and scroll down to this line where it says independent, and put the cursor on the word ask and press enter. Now we're ready to type in the values that we want to use. And we can get started by pressing second graph. So you see the first value in the table is 3.9. We'll type 3.9 in for x and hit enter. And you see that the y value is about 0.20408. And we'll write this down. And now we'll go back to the calculator and type in the next value, 3.99. Hit enter, and we get 0.2004. And we'll just repeat this process. 0.2004. And you see a pattern here. I think you can see what would happen if we continued taking values closer to 4. So it looks like as x approaches 4 from the left, our values are getting closer to 0.200000, and then eventually a 4. And now let's get our values from the right. About 1.9996. I'm sorry, 0.1996. Try 4.01 and 1996. And then 4.1. 19608. All right. So let's take a look and see if we can identify a pattern here. As x approaches 4 from the left, our y values seem to be approaching 0.20000004. As x approaches 4 from the right, our y values, let's see, 0.19608, 0.1996, 0.19996. Looks like each time we get more accurate, we get more 9s. So 1.999999, I'm sorry, 0.1999999. We'd say as x approaches 4 from the right, y is approaching 0.2. Since y is approaching the same value from both sides, we would say that this limit is approximately 0.2. And this is how we'd use a data table. If our y values were approaching different values, we'd say the limit does not exist. So hopefully this makes some sense. Go ahead and try the problems in the textbook. And of course, bring any questions you have to seminar or to class next week. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.